So today I'm at Cotton Tree Pool. I have a week off, so that means 7 full days of not going to the workplace, and there's the weekend beforehand, so I've got 9 actual days off. So what my goal is going to be is to go to the swimming pool and swim for at least 1 hour each of these days. 1 hour could be about a kilometre, and we will see what my fitness level arrives at after maybe 9 days. So the goal would be 9 hours, or a super goal might be 15 hours. That might be a bit exciting, but we'll just wait and see. People might remember previously that I went on a fitness regime for a period of months so that I could get fit to go on a trip to Jordan, and that was a couple of years ago. I think it was about 3 or 4 months that I walked and came to the swimming pool, and I am basically going to try and do a similar type of thing. I've got no specific goal in mind, so it's September of 2020, so COVID is still a reality and overseas travel is not an option, so there may be maybe a road trip to other Queensland towns maybe and visit people, but I'll just wait and see. So any other holidays that I've had planned away from the workplace, which is normally when I would be going away, traveling overseas, for example, I'm actually going to have to stay here in Australia. So what I was thinking I would do would be do like mini challenges for myself. So that's what I'm going to plan to do. Okay, end of day 1 in my self-imposed challenge of swimming 1 hour a day for 9 days in a row for my holidays. So let's see how many laps that I did in my first hour of this challenge. So I'm in a 25-meter pool, so I use an abacus, and every time I do 2 laps I move 1 abacus dot to one side. So that's every abacus dot is 50 meters. So this is my first hour of the challenge of how many laps I swam. So that is 23 laps, so that is 1.15. So 1,150 meters was my first hour of my 9-hour swim challenge. Now with my 9-hour swim challenge, I came to a municipal pool and it wasn't very busy, so I stayed a little bit longer. So let's just move the abacus dots over to what I managed to do. I managed to swim for 2 hours, so a combination of breaststroke and backstroke, and this is how much I did. So each dot represents 50 meters. So there is 2.2 kilometers. So the second hour I was a bit fatigued, so I don't think I didn't stroke as much as clearly I should have. And you can see my fingers. They're very bumpy. So I'll have a shower, and that's day 1. So I'm doing a 9-day challenge, a self-imposed challenge, swimming 1 hour a day for 9 days. And what strokes I am doing are breaststroke and backstroke. Why I choose to do breaststroke is I seem to be able to get into a really nice rhythm, a nice pattern. It's a bit monotonous, and I can close my eyes and just keep powering on stroke after stroke. And I like to do, the negative thing about the breaststroke is I keep my head out of the water all the time, so my neck does get a bit strained. So alternating with backstroke, I find my neck relaxes a little bit more, and that backstroke I seem to use my core muscles a lot more, using my obliques, and that seems to support my back a lot better. So they are the 2 reasons, or they are the 2 strokes that I do, and the reasons that I do them. One of the things that happens when you do swim for a long time, and it's the same as if you're in the bath, that your fingers go very pruny and wrinkly. And this is an autonomic reaction with the body is surrounded by water, and it's believed that it increases the surface area. So when you want to try and get out of the pool, there's more surface area for you to grip onto. Whether that's true or not, wrinkly prune. Good morning, day 2 of my self-imposed 9-day swim challenge. So swim for 1 hour a day for 9 days and see how that goes. The municipal pool doesn't open until 8, so I'm sitting here a few minutes before it opens, and let's see how many public swimmers are in the pool. It makes it a little bit difficult if you're a slow swimmer. There are different lanes, slow, intermediate and fast lanes, so I'll have to find the slow lane just to make sure that I'm in the right one so I don't make anybody cross today. So I'm slowly swimming up and down. Okay, day 2 of swimming every day for 9 days for an hour. So today was Sunday, so the municipal pool opened at 8 o'clock. I was one of the first people in. I had to share the lane for about half the time, about half an hour with 3 different people over the course of the half an hour. 2 guys and a lady. The lady wasn't very friendly. She was a bit of a kicker and took up a lot of space. But let's see how many laps I did for 1 hour today. So that is 1.2 kilometers. So with that 1.2 kilometers today, as I said, shared with people in the lane. So I actually did more backstroke than breaststroke today, thinking that it's a faster speed for me or a faster stroke for me. So I don't know if it genuinely is, but having to protect yourself against other people with the wake of the other people swimming. It was also another reason why I probably didn't go as fast as I thought I was going to today. Well, as you know, I have been trying to swim every day for 9 days. Today is day 2 of this. Because I'm at a municipal pool, while I'm here, I may as well swim as long as I can. I don't have anything to do until lunchtime today. So I got another hour in. So I swam actually for 2 hours today. So it's a wrinkly prune. So what distance did I do for swimming for 2 hours today? So 2.15 kilometers in 2 hours. So I fatigued in that last hour quite significantly, and I actually developed muscle cramps in actually both legs, especially when doing the breaststroke. So that was interesting. So we'll see what happens. I didn't fatigue overnight. I actually felt quite good. My muscles weren't too sore from yesterday. So let's hope the same thing for today. Let's see what tomorrow brings. Day 3 of my 9-day challenge to myself, swimming 1 hour a day for 9 days in a row. A little bit later, about 10 o'clock. Today I went to the dentist, had a clean. So the place is very, very busy. Zumba's just finishing and the other lanes are pretty packed, so let's go share a lane with somebody. Okay, so the end of day 3 of my challenge to myself to swim for an hour every day for 9 days. So today I arrived and a very dear friend Barb was in the lane next to me, so I took a few minutes to chat to her. So for the first hour, for the hour that I swam, I ended up doing just a kilometre because I spent about 10 minutes chatting. So what I did was stayed an extra couple of minutes just to get in those laps that I normally would have done compared to those first couple of days. That's day. So when you're swimming in a municipal pool and you have to sometimes share lanes what you do is you swim clockwise, so up one side, down the other, and then you just alternate. If there's only two of you, you can go kick to one side. That's really easy. But if you're alternating and the people swim different speeds or different strokes, it becomes a little bit uncomfortable. People overtaking you and passing you. So that's just half of the adventure of swimming in the municipal pool. So while I had this additional time, and there wasn't actually that many swimmers today, and I did manage to jag a lane all to myself for a large portion of time. So I swam for 2 hours and I got to about there, which is about, I don't know, 2.15 kilometers. And as I said, there wasn't many people there, so I stayed a little longer and ended up, oh, too many. I ended up swimming about 3.35 kilometers, so about 3,350 meters. So still felt fairly strong, which was good. So let's see what happens if I can continue, if I don't get too sore, and I can continue tomorrow. Okay, day 4, rainy day. Best get out of the rain and get wet in the pool. Let's see how today goes. There's supposed to be 5 lanes available at the municipal pool. Day 4 of my 9-day challenge, swimming 1 hour a day. Day 4 of my self-imposed to swim for an hour challenge for 9 days. Really good today, didn't feel too fatigued. So let's see what I did in an hour. So there I am, I'm at 1.2 kilometers again. So that seems to be my standard pace, especially when I'm not sharing a lane. So because I'm doing my self-imposed swim for 9 days, and I attempted to swim for 9 hours, so 1 hour a day, but I'm feeling really, really strong. So I have been swimming a little extra each day. So today I swam the extra hour, and I ended up doing about 2.3. But it was really, really, really quiet, and I got the opportunity to be in the lane by myself for a long time, so I stayed for a little bit longer. And after 3 hours of swimming, I ended up doing 3.4 kilometers I swam. But I thought, look at these 2 sad, lonely little beads. So I swam for an extra 5 minutes. So today I've done my own personal best, 3.5 kilometers. So people ask me why I swim backstroke, or how I swim backstroke, or how I don't hit my head on the edge of the pool, and how do I keep swimming straight? Well, there's really 3 simple ways that you can do backstroke. 1, the principle is to keep your head back as far as possible, and if your head is back, your body will float. The other thing I do is I'm swimming in an indoor pool. So I have a beam ahead above me, so I just follow that beam. If I'm not in the lane that's right over the beam, I will just track one of the other fittings in the space. The other thing is about how do I not hit my head? Because about 5 meters from the end of the pool is a row of flags. And for me, it's one end is about 9 strokes, 10 strokes, and I'm at the end, and the other one is about 11. I don't know why that is, because this should be about the same distance, 5 meters. So there's flags, so it warns you that the end is coming. How do I keep straight? I track the ceiling. And how do I not sink? I keep my head back as far as I can, and it keeps my body afloat. Day 5 of my challenge to go to the pool and swim every day for 9 days that I have off. And I've been doing actually really quite well. I'm not too fatigued, I'm not too sore, and I seem to be able to turn around each morning. So let's see how I do today. Day 5, this is Wednesday. So I've come to the pool. I came about 9 o'clock and swam for an hour, and once again I got about 1.2 kilometers. So my friend Barb arrived, my dear friend Barb, and so we chatted, and I think by about the second hour my memory's starting to fade, so I think I did about a 2.3 or so kilometers. So well, I did more yesterday, so let's see how much I did. So I powered on, and once again I got to almost here 3.5 kilometers, and so then I stayed those extra couple of minutes and I did those extra. So I did my personal best, same as yesterday, 3.5 kilometers. But bored, nothing else to do. Let's see how much an additional 500 meters, how long it would take. No, it took just over half an hour, probably about 33 minutes. So I was in the pool, all wrinkly and pruny, for 3 hours and probably 3 minutes. Let's see if I can do the same tomorrow, or even top myself. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, hit the like and subscribe, and see how it turns out for me. Have you done something similar like this? Put a comment down below. Love to hear what you've done while you've had a week free and not doing anything in particular. Stay safe and have fun. Let's see what tomorrow will bring. Morning, day 6 of my self-imposed 9-day challenge to swim every day for 1 hour a day for the 9 days that I'm off, because it's COVID and there's no traveling really, and so I had no additional plans, so I filled my time with going to the municipal pool. So that was day 6 of swimming each day for 9 days, because I had 9 days off. And let's see how I did today. Swimming for 1 hour. I only managed to do 1 kilometer. Each bead is 50 meters. I'm in a 25 meter pool. So each time I do 2 laps of the 25 meter pool, I move a bead over. So clearly fatigue has set in, being day 6. Don't have anything to do for the rest of the day. So I did stay over and do an extra couple of laps. So at 2 hours I was at 2 kilometers, still not picking up any pace, and I have something to do later today, so I couldn't stay any longer. So I just stayed for 3 hours and ended up doing 3 kilometers. So not as much as I did yesterday. So did I break my own personal best? No, sad face, but that's fine. I have another couple of days that I can keep powering through. Have you done anything like this? Had time free and not got any plans? So decided to go for a long walk or a long hike, or go into the pool and swim. If you like what you've seen, hit subscribe and see what other crazy stuff I get up to, seeing as I can't cruise. Travel is all still pretty suspended here in Australia with COVID. Stay safe. See you tomorrow. Day 7, day 8, day 7, Friday. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Day 7 of my 9 days that I was going to swim 9 days in a row, but I forgot that I was going away for the weekend, so I won't be able to swim Saturday and Sunday. Monday here is a public holiday, Queen's birthday, so I'm not working that day, so I could swim that day, but that's just not going to be 9 consecutive days. So today I feel physically well. My muscles don't feel too sore at all, but I'm really in a low mood. My head just is a bit soft, so don't know what's going on in there. Coming up to 8 o'clock, so I'll try and swim for minimum of an hour, and let's just see what else I can pull out of the bag today. So I started today's swim in a bit of a low mood, so I just plodded along just to get my first hour in, or to get an hour in. And today 1 hour was a little bit better than yesterday, so I did 1.1 kilometers in the hour. I was by myself in the pool, so I plodded along a little bit more, and during this second period I had a little bit of a mental breakdown, thinking about all of the stuff that was in my head, all of the politics, all of the right-wing stuff, all the religion and the right-wing stuff, you know, my relationship's in a crazy place, so I just kept powering on. So at 2 hours 15 I ended up doing 2.5 kilometers. So now that is a really interesting number, when in my head I just kept powering on, plodding on, plodding on. So then I aimed to do my personal best, which was a few days ago, which was 4 kilometers. I think I got the 4 kilometers at about 3 hours and 30, yeah, 3 hours and 30, which was about where I got it the last time, 3 hours 30, 3 hours 33, something like that. And so once I'd reached my personal best, what do you do? What would you do in this situation? Personal best, back up, go home. One more lap. Let's just see what happens with one more lap. So then I plodded on a little bit longer, and about the 4 hour mark I hit 4.5 kilometers. And so I thought, well, I'm so close, what do I do at 4.5 kilometers? Do I just plod along? And how long do you think it took me? I ended up hitting 5 kilometers. So at 2.5 kilometers took me 2 hours 15. So in theory, that should have taken me 4 hours and 30 in theory. But how long did it take me? 4 hours 35? 4 hours 30? It took me 4 hours and 25 minutes to do 5 kilometers. During that time, my head, as I said, did break, and I'm in a better headspace right at this moment. So that was a bonus. I've got a bit of chafe from the strap chafe everywhere, wrinkly fingers, so burning shoulders. It was hard yards, but I managed it. So today is day 7. I was going to swim for 9 days, but I'm going away for the weekend, so that kind of breaks the mojo of the whole idea. So I'll probably just leave it at that and do some summaries. And yeah, that was an interesting day. Starting from a bad headspace into a pretty reasonable, crazy butt-ass headspace.